All right, what's up, TikTok? It's your boy AMK Raw Amun here. Okay, now I'm gonna explain something to you guys because you guys think you are basically powerless, or you don't think that you're God, or you don't understand that the sun literally wishes it could be you in this form because it is a physical body. If you look up the etymology of the sun, it is a physical body. Okay, and it's Superman. It's basically Superman basically is the movement or the power source in the physical eye of the sun. Now, a lot of people don't. Before I get to explaining this photo, because this is deeper than what you think. A lot of y'all probably like, oh, that's Pink Floyd. I love that album. You're a fool. Okay, let me explain something to you. Okay, you are electrical, cosmical, universal, celestial, physical God. All right? There's power doesn't there's nothing in this world that understands power unless it looks at you as a carbonated being because you are it in the flesh. Now I'm going to show you how they get you, okay? They destroy your body and your genetics through the food. They destroy your spirit, okay, and your powers through religion. And they destroy your mind through the government. Okay? Governmentals. And they destroy your sight through the media. Okay? And the news. Alright? And the pornography. Okay? And they destroy your coherence with the negative music. Rap, trap, drills into your head, okay? These are all the things that stop you from vibrating in the highest spectrum, which plays with the sun, okay? They are playing with the sun in the physical form. You are the sun in the physical form. Now, look up the etymology of pigment, okay? Pigment means red. That's all I'm gonna say. We ain't gotta go any further in that. Melanin, dark matter, okay? What is the four phases of matter? Plasma, liquid, gas, and solid. Okay? Now carbon. Okay? I'm gonna show you that our pyramids were it was an actual crystal. It was a crystal. When Superman wanted to get recharged by the sun, he went to Crystal City, right? It was a crystal. His whole shit was a crystal. And the sun reflected on the crystal and gave him what? His powers. Okay? What colors are on Superman? Blue, red, and yellow. Green is the kryptonite. All right? Just use these colors to understand something or understand something. All right? Now, what is white light? White light is when the sun, before I even go into this topic, last thing I'm gonna say, you are a transparent crystal. Transparent means it's see-through, right? But you are a crystal. Black and white is not a part of the color spectrum. Black and white is something that is separated and divided, all right? Because if we were who we naturally were, we would have red people, we would have orange people, yellow people. You will see the person as they vibrate. Okay? Which what makes a solid? If something vibrates too slow, matter vibrating too slow, see that? It touches. Matter vibrating too fast, you can't see it touch, or you can't see it. It becomes invisible, and there's beings here who live here who are in that spectrum. That's why they don't want you to vibrate high. That's another topic, okay? Now, let's get onto the pyramid, okay? Now that you know that you're a crystal, which is carbon-12, with too much pressure, it becomes crystallized, right? That's what carbon, 6 neutrons and 6 protons make in carbon, negative and positive, all right? Now, when the sun hits off the pyramid, only at an angle, it's called refract. When the sun gives off that white light, it refracts at an angle. When it hits at an angle, it gives a color. Proof of this: you ever been outside and you were spraying the hose, and then the hose was like, at some point in the sun, you seen the rainbow color come out of it. You're like, "Ooh, rainbow!" That's what you are. A rainbow literally is when the sun refracts at an angle. So even when it hits water at a certain angle, when the sunlight hits water at a certain angle, it shows a rainbow at a larger scale, okay? The reason why the pyramids that you see now look how they look is because they're dried up. What does a crystal look like when it's dried up? It looks like sand. And what is the color of sand? Brown and tan, right? You even got black sand. That's another topic, okay? So it's dried up. It's not being used anymore. They took whatever crystal was on that shit, they broke it off. You feel what I'm saying? That's the shell that was left inside. All right? Y'all think, oh, it was just for a living space. No, that shit was charging beings like us. Okay? But we give energy and life to the sun. That's what they don't want to tell you. All right? There's beings that have a spirit, and there's beings who have a soul. A soul is a being that has they basically are in the front seat of their emotions. They basically have free will, and they basically have consciousness of self, right? And it has characteristics to these things, right? That's what a soul is, and it's magnetic. It pulls things to it. So you can literally get information from the sun. You can get information from the moon. You can get information from the earth. You can get information from things besides a person talking to you. A spirit is something that takes over or tries to make a home inside of a body. This is why when you drink liquor, it's called a spirit. Because what does a spirit does? It takes over your body. And it takes over. You end up drinking so much, you end up not knowing who the fuck you are. They be like, damn, yo, you fought somebody last night. You bit a dog. You did all this thing. Like, I did that? Yeah, you did. You had a spirit over you. You was fighting everybody. You had a spirit over you. It takes over the body. This is where religion comes into aspect, okay? That's how they get you, through the spirit. The Father and the Son leads you to the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is the thing that devours your body. You are a sacrifice, right? To give something else power. Lightning comes from the ground. When it comes from the ground, it's the power of the carbonated electrical beings like us. When it comes out of the sky, it is Zeus. We've been having battles for years. Years. It's still going on today. All right? They're trying to figure out how to get out of here, right? All these spirits are trapped here. The only person who can get out of here are the people it allows, because you think we have a firmament. We don't have a firmament. We have electromagnetic grid. And who has an electromagnetic body process? Us. Comes from the sun. That's what y'all don't get. We are photosynthesis. This is why if our diet is plant-based and we only eat plants and fruits, we're going to charge our actual physical. It's going to go through a photosynthesis, which upgrades the DNA and evolves the body. Now I'm going to make a part 2 to this. Stay tuned. Peace, Ashe.